So, plan for the day is we visit pirates and we kill them. Sneakily. So today we can play a fun game of how many times does Lynn have to reload because she fucked up sneaking through a pirate fort. Because sneaky missions, they're not my strong suit. No, really not. Hi guys, I missed you. Well, most of you, not Palagina. I don't really want to leave, but I have to change the party. And that only works on a boat. Don't question it. Ist gesperrt und reported. Danke. Oh, und danke für den Sub. Warte, ich wollte nach den Alerts gucken. Ich finde es so bescheuert, dass das hier immer auf Stumm schaltet, wenn ich in den Admin-Bereich gehe. Okay. Ich bin nirgendwo Admin, deshalb habe ich keine Ahnung. Alerts. Nein, das war der falsche Button. Nein. I thought I was really clever this time. I went into my dashboard, reset the audio to 25%, because Twitch always resets it to 50% and it's too fucking loud for me. And I thought, hey, that was a very smart move. Now it can't shock you when someone subs. Well, when my bunny subs. And it reset it again to 50%. Thanks, Twitch. Thanks for nothing. As always. I'll just reset it to my settings again and save it. And wait for the next alert to make me scared as shit. Bereitest dein Schiff auf den Aufbruch vor? Nee, eigentlich nicht. Plötzlich erscheint eine in Umhang gehüllte Gestalt auf dem Landungssteg und drückt dir mit grober Gewalt ein verbranntes Buch in die Hand. Danke? Dann dreht sich die Gestalt um und verschwindet ohne ein Wort. Okay, we're not changing the part. You were reading a book. That's far more important than whatever I had planned for today. Der Einband dieses Folianten riecht nach Rauch. Schön. Die wenigen noch übrig gebliebenen Seiten sind zerknittert und geschwärzt. Einigen Kapitelüberschriften zufolge, die den Brandschaden überstanden haben, war dies offensichtlich einmal ein Buch uralter Gesetze. Jetzt ist es nicht mehr als ein verkohltes Relikt der Autorität. Open the book! Open it!
You crack the spine of the old book, revealing blackened pages of dense, illegible text. The words recede into the shadows the longer you focus on them.
I really missed Ashley Johnson's voice as the narrator. I didn't realize that until now, but 3 months away from streaming, it's not good.
Suddenly, the page widens to eclipse the world around you. A dark void stretches out on all sides. The air full of choking fumes that carry dying embers and curling flakes of ash.
Nichts sagen, winken, um den Rauch zu vertreiben. Priester von Magnen sind wir zum Glück nicht. Hello? Someone
Something
there?
stirs in the darkness.
Oh, that's always reassuring.
An old woman steps forward, leering down at you from on high. Her smile is toothy and cruel. Her cheeks warp around it like melted candle wax.
Hi, Woedica. I am so not happy to see you. Ich habe schon Mails bekommen, dass die Meldung gerechtfertigt war und sie aktiv werden. Yay, thanks.
I'm so glad that my messenger tracked you down. These days it's impossible to find good help.
Maybe that's because you're shitty goddess? But that's just a wild guess. Bleib mir vom Leib, altes Weib. Priester von Woedica oder Paladin Zimmer nicht. Ich begrüße sie doch nicht mit My Lady. Woedica.
Watcher?
You can already tell from the greeting that we're so best buddies.
Before you draw your weapon, know that these proceedings are under a banner of peace.
Oh.
If this was a trap, it would have already closed around you.
Thanks, I guess?
While Bareth whispers in one ear and Eothas shouts in the other, I thought you could use a more seasoned perspective to drown out the noise.
Yeah, but if both of my ears are already occupied, which one will you take? I don't have a third ear left. Sorry. Ich höre das Voice-Over des Spiels, das quasi nicht. Was? Aber du hörst mich laut und klar? Ich habe nämlich an den Einstellungen überhaupt nichts geändert. Ich lasse sie gleich nochmal reden und dann versuche ich drauf zu gucken, wie weit es ausschlägt. Du machst mich neugierig, lass uns reden. Naja. Was könntest du mir schon sagen, das ich noch nicht gehört habe? Mhm. Du hast mich also in ein feuriges Inferno geführt. Die Finte mit dem Buch wirklich nötig. Von den Göttern habe ich genug, lass mich in Ruhe. Yeah, I feel that response. Gods are mostly assholes. Yeah, was the book really necessary?
For the moment, you are Bareth's creature. There are rules against my direct intervention, but nothing says you cannot willingly seek my counsel.
Ich musste meinen Ton lauter machen, um nicht gut zu hören wie immer, aber von der Sprecherin höre ich nur, dass sie redet. Okay. Also es schlägt so aus wie sonst auch, aber ich kann es gleich noch mal ein bisschen lauter drehen. Warte, ich drehe es einfach am Mixer lauter. Dann, warte, wo geht denn das? Jetzt muss ich wieder rausfinden, welche Richtung lauter ist. Warte, probieren wir es mal so. Ja, und warum sollte ich deinen Rat wollen, Woedica? Vielleicht erinnerst du dich aus dem ersten Spiel, wir waren nicht so richtig die Besties.
Andra and Helia toe the line of acceptable conduct from time to time, but I am nothing if not adherent to our oldest laws.
Ist es besser, Hase? Weil jetzt weiß ich, dass es die richtige Richtung war, in die ich gedreht habe. Jetzt kann ich weiter in die Richtung drehen. Aber das ist so typisch, da streamst du mal 3 Monate nicht und schon funktioniert alles nicht mehr so, wie es eigentlich gesollt hätte. Immer noch kaum. Okay. Ich finde es faszinierend, dass du mit denselben Einstellungen irgendwie gefühlt jedes Mal andere Effekte hast. Okay, jetzt habe ich es von -12 Dezibel auf -8 hochgedreht. Schauen wir mal, wie es beim nächsten Satz ist. Pipi. Yeah. What could you tell me that I haven't heard already?
Insolence will not help you here, child.
Irgendwie gefühlt wird es aber trotzdem nicht lauter. Ja. Did she call me insolent? What a bitch.
Don't you find it unusual how open and accessible my siblings have made themselves?
Yeah.
After millennia of subdued whispers, now they practically scream their intentions.
Yeah, maybe because they're scared.
And isn't it strange how we never bicker unless a mortal is watching?
I thought you pick her all the time. Wo willst du hinaus? Ach ja, ist das so? Sag du es mir. Götter haben von Natur aus ein Flair fürs Dramatische. Yes.
By necessity, in fact. But that's hardly the point.
Etwas besser ist es trotzdem. Ich kann es auch auf volle Lautstärke drehen. Das wundert mich nur, weil sonst war es halt echt immer zu laut. Ja, ganz okay ist ja trotzdem nicht. Ich habe es jetzt einfach mal auf volle Lautstärke gedreht, also dass es nicht runterdreht irgendwie und dann ist es vermutlich wieder zu laut. It's not an American movie. Nee, wir können ja mal gucken, wie es jetzt so im Vergleich ist und dann zur Not kann ich im Spiel ja auch noch ein bisschen hin und her drehen. Aber ich habe halt nichts dran geändert. Das ist schon genau die Einstellung von vorher. Normalerweise sind, also die normalen Göttergespräche sind halt eigentlich auch von der Lautstärke wie jedes andere Voice-Over. Das Einzige, was halt super leise ist immer und wo ich halt auch nichts dran ändern kann so richtig, ist, wenn du diese Gespräche mit Andra über Tekeho hast. Die sind irgendwie super viel leiser. Oh, hi Coffeebot.
If we still possessed our glorious titans, my siblings and I would have put an end to Eothas and his rampage by now.
Yeah, but you don't.
While we are powerless to stop him, some of my kin wish to observe how mortals respond to this threat. They think it will shine a light on the value of our patronage. Have we raised you well enough to be self-sufficient? Or must we return to Eora and impose some corrective measures?
No, please don't return. Ja, und wenn wir uns selbst beweisen, was dann?
What indeed? That would depend on which of us you ask.
Yeah, well, not you.
A cross-section of society has converged on the Deadfire. Some of my kin are of an opinion that we are meant to judge mortals on the basis of their performance.
And you disagree.
While the rest of us have already made up our minds on the matter.
Dann fällt ein Urteil über uns, zu welchem Zweck? Warum also habe ich bloß dieses Gefühl, als ob du versuchen würdest, mich von irgendetwas zu überzeugen? Mhm. Du willst alles unter deinem Befehl, Götter wie Sterbliche gleichermaßen? True? Können wir jetzt endlich mal zur Sache kommen? Die Antwortmöglichkeiten sind wieder alle gut. Yeah, let's do everybody's favorite. Inside check.
Judge for yourself. But I think you'll find my intentions are more straightforward than you think.
Yeah, you want to be queen again as always. That's an old story.
When we ascended to godhood, we did so to provide for a savage people. Our goal was to craft a society whose values were made to last. Perhaps even a society that had no need of us. A naive fallacy, but one that inspired my optimistic, misguided kin. How you and your allies counter this threat will demonstrate whether you are competent enough to guide your own destinies, or if we need to revise our strategy.
We are so capable of taking care of our own destinies.
The soft-hearted among us are counting on you to win this existential wager. No doubt, Eothas shares their sympathies. I do not. We exist to rule over mortals. Nothing can change that. So now you know the truth. I assume you have questions.
Yeah, why do you bother me? That's my most urgent question. Warum hast du dich mir anvertraut? Ja, why? Just why? Die Götter glauben, dass meine Handlungen ihren Punkt über eine sterbliche Gesellschaft beweisen würden? Ja, ich bin so ein glorreiches Vorbild, dem kann doch keiner nachstreben. Hat sich deine Meinung über Sterbliche überhaupt nicht geändert? Busy obvious, ha? Ich möchte über das Wie und den Aufstieg zur Gottheit sprechen. Buch zuklappen. Wir unterhalten uns dann später. That's what I always wanted to do. Shut Woedica up by just simply closing a book. Yeah, why are my actions so important for this judgment?
Prove it or disprove it, yes. I never agreed to this arrangement, but if your example demonstrates mortal ineptitude, as I trust it will, then I can make the plans serve me.
Thank you. for your trust to be totally incapable of everything. Thanks, Woedica.
An assertive minority of gods believe that your choices will prove the value of their wild optimism. As if mortal collaboration and ingenuity are endorsements of our leadership.
Dann komm doch wieder hoch, Bibi. Ja. Ja. Du ist fein.
Then there are those of us who know better, who are not so easily convinced. Kith are vulnerable, unless they submit to the destiny we chart for them. Thinking otherwise can only breed dissent and chaos.
Mhm. Did your opinion on mortals never change?
Nothing you've done has tarnished it utterly beyond repair. You may congratulate yourself on that much, at least.
Yay? Yeah, tell me about that society.
It was an ambitious plan, our utopia. Perhaps too ambitious. We ascended to power, responding to a need inadequately satisfied. Assuming these roles gave us the authority to mold Eora over time, to influence you and lay the groundwork for a society yet to come. On the outset of the plan, some believed that mortals would outgrow us, as if that was a favorable outcome. To me, our eternal pantheon was always a critical fixture. Eothas was one of those who supported mortals, while I have always been their most vocal critic.
Oh Gott, das wird aber ganz schön philosophisch hier. Wie hättest du die ideale Gesellschaft überhaupt erst erkannt? Jetzt fühle ich mich wieder wie im Studium. Warum tolerieren die anderen Götter deine Opposition? Scheint dieser Plan zum Social Engineering nicht etwas kontraintuitiv? Zurück zu anderen Fragen. Ich gehe jetzt einfach der Reihe nach durch.
A valid, self-defeating question, and one which I posed often. We assumed that they, whoever they were, would reveal themselves to us. Rational government would rule in our stead, leaving churches vacant. Thanks to Eothas, we're pulling the dough from the oven before it's had a chance to fully rise. You unfortunate bastards never had the chance to prove me wrong. Opposition can take many forms. If a church embraces and weaponizes my doctrine, that is very different from me rampaging as a titan. Eothas is not known for subtlety. Twice now, he has contaminated the purity of our experiment, and done so with extravagant displays that undermine our authority.
Du nennst es subtil, was Theos angestellt hat? Und hat einen Mond auf Eora stürzen lassen. Wie bitte nennst du das? Andra threw a fucking moon on the world. That's the opposite of being subtle. Yeah. Yeah, but Theus was subtle.
His approach was sophisticated, indirect. I owe you no explanations on the matter.
Oh, really? After I cleaned up both of your messes.
Besides, You are not worthy to speak his name.
I am, because he's my nemesis. Well, was until I killed him and imprisoned him. Anyway.
I am the counterpoint to the soft-hearted. It makes no difference if mortals pass some arbitrary test. My mind is settled on the matter.
Oh, wonderful. So there's no way to change your mind anyways. Wonderful.
Regardless of my feelings, the timing of this crisis forces us to accelerate our schedule. Final judgment comes sooner than any of us would prefer.
What happens if someone proves you wrong?
If our pantheon found that mortals had cultivated a perfect, lawful system to maturity, I would not voice a word in protest. I would merely stand aside and await the inevitable collapse. Mortals need us. I know this as well as I know myself. Even a lawful and responsible society would be poised to collapse as long as its architects and strongest adherents were mortal. Any satisfaction that my siblings derived from their little experiment would be short-lived, and it would fall to me to clean up after their mess.
Du hast also recht, auch wenn du Unrecht hast. Verstanden. Ich nehme mal an, jeder Plan braucht seine Kritiker. Und das Durcheinander ist in diesem Fall die Freiheit der Sterblichen. Ach, das ist alles so gut, ich will das alles sagen. Also das ist schön frech, aber das ist Lynns Drang zu, alle sollen frei sein, ihre eigenen Entscheidungen zu treffen. Dann nehmen wir das.
Freedom is an unachievable illusion, heralded by the soft of heart. Only those who can find satisfaction in captivity are truly free. Make no mistake, Watcher. In this, I cannot be proven wrong.
You seem to be pretty sure that you can not be proven wrong anyway. Social engineering.
You mean gods crafting a godless world? Naturally. My siblings desired to influence mortals and steer them in a proper direction, even if that direction led to places we could not follow. I have no intention of being left behind. Society would unravel without its queen to impose strict order.
You're not the queen anymore. I mean, other questions.
You have learned much already. Only ask if you are ready for the truth.
Yeah, let's talk about the wheel and how you came to be a god.
The wheel is our shared responsibility, and each of us serves it in our own fashion. I am the axle upon which the gods balance their power. Eothas keeps the wheel in motion. He was our promise to mortals that time and labor would yield a deserving reward on the next turning of the cycle.
How does the wheel work?
Much of reincarnation's mechanism exists in the idea space of the beyond. You wouldn't find a wall of cogs and levers unless we conjured one to illustrate a point. The wheel has but one material component in all of Eora. Something we built to channel essence through luminous Adra and into the beyond with reliable continuity. Before we intervened, the flow of essence was directionless, unpredictable. We succeeded in widening the gap, diverting it, giving it an efficient path to follow.
Reinkarnation gab es doch auch schon vor euch. Warum habt ihr es nicht einfach dabei belassen? Valide Frage.
Before we took control of the wheel, reincarnation was error-prone, lacking forward momentum. Hollowborn were fairly common, and hardly the worst of the soul maladies.
Oh, so the gods actually did something good. Wonderful.
Control gave us the power to strengthen the souls of intelligent kith over generations. We made you wiser, stronger, more likely to develop the society we thought you deserved. Every turning of the cycle demonstrated the righteousness of my belief. Nature begets chaos, and discipline begets perfection.
I don't know why I should ask how the Inquisitors came to be gods, because technically we already know that. But, well, let's ask it anyway.
At the height of our power, we recognized the potential of the soul. We knew that it could be bound, split apart, diverted like a river, and hammered together. Hammering was trivial. Those of us who agreed with the Apotheosis Project, and many who did not, submitted to a violent and horrible erasure of our individuality. After the dust settled, we adopted the forms of beings from Eora's most prevalent myths. There were other faiths and legends, but we labored to strike their names from history.
Other questions?
Speak, Watcher. It
Well-
isn't every day that I open myself to these communions, so spend your breath wisely.
Actually, I liked it better when you weren't open for any conversations. Why did I have to talk to you?
Whether knowingly or unintentionally, you seem to find yourself on the vanguard of change. Mortals like you come but once in a lifetime.
Yeah, I'm special, I know. Thanks, Woedica. That was actually kind. Oh, maybe she says something mean right now.
Some would react poorly if I stripped mortals of their freedom without giving them a chance to plead their case. You have the honor of standing tall as their advocate. Before I return to Eora and assume my position as your deserving tyrant, you have this opportunity to prove me wrong. To demonstrate whether or not mortals are responsible enough to claim their future.
So, to summarize that, Woedica thinks humans, well, mortals, are incapable of ruining themselves. And she knows that her opinion is the only one that's right, because she's always right even when she's not right. But I have the honor of proving her wrong, while she already knows that she's never wrong. That sounds kind of paradox. Maybe. Bibi, du sitzt vorm Bildschirm, ich sehe nicht so viel. Ja, leg dich lieber hin. Nichts sagen, verstehe. Wir brauchen Ordnung, selbst in Form der Tyrannei. Nee. You speak as though we wouldn't stand a chance. Yeah, exactly.
You speak as if you do.
Because we do.
Mortals have precious little time to decide for themselves. Will they stand together as one, or swallow their pride and bend the knee? I have every confidence that you will disappoint us.
Thanks.
Once my position is upheld, the undecided among the gods will embrace my plan.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the talk. Let's never do that again.
Yes, I think we will. This is not the end of our discussion.
Yeah.
You know how to find your way back to this place.
Yes, unfortunately I do.
Woedica nods stiffly, You feel her presence drift as a breeze, rustling as it goes.